Hey there everybody, it's Amanda, how's it going? And welcome to a new Dragon Ball toy review on Dragonballtoys. I do plan, actually, on making, a bit more regular videos on this channel for the foreseeable future, which I'm happy to say. And I did film one, fairly recently. It was just so bad, I never posted it. So yeah, I have no shooting schedule whatsoever. Uh, I am quite busy with a lot of other stuff, but when I can, I do promise I will post more on this channel. Thank you to those that have watched and commented and thumbs up and whatnot. The more recent ones that I have been doing. I know there haven't been many, but thank you for those that have been watching. So today I actually went to Toys R Us, as you can see. Got a Toys R Us bag right here to prove it. I needed to go there for several reasons. One, as many of you, if not all of you, know, Toys R Us is closing all over the United States. The one in Chicago, I have so many memories of that place. I absolutely love that place. That store has been open something insane, like 75 years. And now I do believe next month, if I'm not mistaken, will be its final month in operation. So I wanted to go. I wanted to pay my respects. I'm also working on a movie, another movie project by the name of Reverie, and I need footage of the outside of the building, so I did that today. And while I was there, of course, I went inside and perused, and it was very sad, quite honestly. And I was hoping, to maybe find some Dragon Ball items that were, heavily discounted. I didn't find much, but one thing that I did find, and I'm making an effort not to buy a lot of toys anymore, but I've been wanting one of these, for years, quite honestly. And it's a fairly standard, there's been lots of these in the past. But for whatever reason, I just never ended up picking one up until now. So found it 40% off and just couldn't say no. I bought myself a Dragon Ball Super Scouter. Um, yeah, I'm so excited to own one of these. Again, the history of Dragon Ball toy Scouters, is there's been a few, that have been released in the past. And I've always, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I see them occasionally out in stores. Like I saw one not terribly long ago at a GameStop, and I was like, yeah, I would really like to get that, but I don't really want to, pay for it. And it's just something I never ended up picking up, in all of these years. And of role play toys for the Dragon Ball franchise, the Scouter is just one of the coolest, possible things that a toy company could make, for Dragon Ball. It's just, the Scouter in general. I mean, I just love the Scouter in the shows. It is kind of one of those things that you wish, was in more of the show as it went on. And I have to say, this one honestly looks really good. Looks quite high quality. I really like the packaging. So I will say there's two of them, which I didn't realize until just now. I guess I've been so excited looking at the front of this, I hadn't bothered looking at the back. But yeah, there is a Vegeta version and a Frieza version. So I apparently have the Vegeta version. I always forget. I've never been able to keep those kinds of details about the show in mind with what character. But yeah, that does make sense. I mean, this is the Vegeta one, and the more red one is supposed to be for Frieza. Um, so it has a number of sound functions. I don't know that I've gone through all of them before we take it out of the package. Let's play them real quick. Okay, haven't heard of that one before.
Such a sense of humor.
Who is that? That doesn't sound like Vegeta.
A shame you can't do for your power level. You're even weaker now than when you started.
Whose voice is that?
Impossible! 700. 1500. What the?
What the fuck? That's definitely Vegeta. Who is the other character? It's probably something really obvious, and I'm just blanking. But yeah, I don't know.
What do you say we go have some fun? Such a sense of humor.
I mean, that sounds like Frieza, doesn't it?
You're even weaker now than when
So we've heard some of these. I hadn't heard that one yet.
Now let's try to scope out the highest power level on this planet. This power level exceeds 5,000. 700. 1,800. Go easy on them.
Okay, we've probably heard them all. That's quite enough. That is quite enough. Let us open this thing, finally. Yeah, I don't have the... Unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have the nicer setup that I was using to film some of these more recent videos for this channel. I will have it back, probably by next week. And so this is just... I'm just shooting this on my shitty little webcam as opposed to my nice, new camera. But, this is a little bit more of a throwaway video, since it's just, it's not a figure, it's just a scouter. Nothing too unbelievably exciting. Nothing horrifically rare by any stretch of the imagination. Just something that I'm happy to have, What the hell is all this? Is this like... Yeah, that must be like an extender thinger. Here. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Is it? Freaking out. Ow, that really hurts. And then, how does this go? Does this go like this? This is embarrassing. I don't know how to do it. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. I'm hoping this fits. That's the one thing that I was a little bit like, I don't know. These are made for children, and I have an awfully big head. Oh my god, I'm wearing a scouter. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen, kind of. It's really cool. Do you see it? I'm Vegeta now.
Now let's try to scope out the highest power level on this planet. Looks gonna be good now that we get started.
I feel like my power level is over 9,000. This is so cool. I mean, it's just a simple thing. It's kind of a simple, stupid thing, but actually, look at all the sculpting on the. Quiet you. Look at all the sculpting on the underside of that. I mean, that's really quite a nice touch. I don't know. It's one of those like classic Toriyama things. It's just I love his sense of mechanical, machine electronic design. And this is just like, it is really sort of one of his crowning achievements, in my humble opinion, is just the design and the idea of the scouter. It's a classic, Dragon Ball Z thing. And it's awesome to finally have one. I mean, what else can I possibly say? So, yeah, again, I've never owned one in the past, so I can't compare it to, other ones that have existed, from Dragon Ball toy histories past. It is just something that I am honestly quite delighted to have. What do you say? Let's get shit-faced and go out on the town. Impossible! You know what else I really like is that you can wear this thing and hear the sounds, the recordings, and it's not like super loud in your ear. I was a little bit worried about that. So this thing has, maximum comfort and utility, which is awfully nice in a role-play device. So anyway, yeah, super cool. A wonderful final purchase from, the sadly about to depart Toys R Us. Yeah, so very cool. So yeah, if you do find one of these, I do suggest, and you're looking for a scouter, this is an awfully nice one that you have the possibility of picking up. Quite high quality. They had some other like role play type device. It had virtually the same packaging as this, different images, of course, and it was like some sort of Goku's wristband kind of thing, and you could shoot out this like horrible giant blue piece of plastic, that was molded to look like a key blast or something, and it really looked like a cheap, awful piece of shit. I don't, the American Dragon Ball toys, like, they've been trying to make these stupid wristband action toys for a long time now. I mean, that Ultimate Series wave that was in, what, 2000, 2009, 2010, they also made something like that. It was awful. They just continued to be awful. I know they made some good ones in Japan, but not here. Anyway, so this is awesome. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. More again quite soon. So take good care, everybody. Have a wonderful night. And yeah, it's like the beginning of summer here finally. So should be an interesting weekend. All right, all the best. Bye for now. Thank you again.